Okay guys, so this is my skull DIY. I got this skull from Poundland. It's a pretty cool open closed mouth, which is pretty awesome. For this very simple tutorial, I will be using this skull, a ready orange crayon, and a lighter. So what I'm going to do to avoid fire is I'm going to strip the crayon of the paper because I don't want it setting on fire while I do this. I don't know whether it will, but I'd rather not take any risks, if I'm honest. Ugh. I miss the days when you could literally take the covers off these so easily. I swear they made it harder to remove the paper. They used to come off while you were writing with them when I were a kid. Come on! I feel like I'm playing Pass the Parcel. Come on! You know you want to remove your paper. Almost. I'm so close. So close. And yet so far. Ah, finally. Pop them over there. I will bin them at the appropriate time. Get into a better position. So, quite simply, you are going to light your lighter. And just let it dribble down your skull. Now, before we continue, because this light is going to get hot, I'm just going to come off camera a second and get something that will help me do this. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to use a candle, I think. Another candle. Well, actually, a crown's not a candle. But what I can do is hold it over till it drips, and then drip it onto my skull guy, like so. Although for some reason, oh jeez, try and make it look like he's crying. So the candle didn't work, but it was worth a shot. Now don't hold it too close to the skull, because otherwise you'll set the skull on fire, because the skull is just plastic. So, getting some pretty good tear effect here. Oh, I love it. Just move to the other side. To be honest, this would be a lot better if I had my jet lighter. There we go. I'm gonna have a bit of blood coming from his nose, I think. So try and get it. Try not to burn your fingers in the process. I will advise, if there are any young people watching this, do get an adult to help you. Because I won't lie, I wish I had an adult to help me too. Swapping other hands. Some more in the sockets. Ah, burning thumb, burning thumb. Don't want to get any wax actually in the lighter, because otherwise then it will not work. So there we have it. Might actually, ow, one. Just let my light pull down a bit. See if I can. Oh, I can. It's still quite soft. I'm gonna put some blood on the teeth. No, that light is way too warm to use. I don't think I have another lighter either. Well, I'll just come off camera while we. So, as I was waiting for it to cool, I discovered I have a secondary lighter. It's one of the joys of being an ex-smoker. Bad habit, but you end up with a lot of lighters at the end. I'm just going to fill in this little bit here. So, very carefully, I'm going to do that, just to thing it. So, let's get some crayon, heat it up, and drip along the teeth. Now I'm going to try, I think I'll use a popsicle stick, that might work. It's a bit too long actually. Let's run it. Oh, actually, hang on. I think, if I recall, you can actually take the jar off. There you go. Boom! Genius. So, I want to get some blood on the teeth. Add a bit of a grisly, gruesome factor. Like this skull has been munching on somebody. There we go. Now this is getting dangerously small for me to use, so I'm going to put both my lighters and that to one side. And now that I have bloodied up the bottom of the mouth, I'm going to pop one. There we go. And there you have it. It's a rather simple DIY, but I think it has quite a cool grisly effect. I will warn, it is a little on the dangerous side, because the lighters do heat up. I did try and use a candle, did not work. If you can find a candle that's red, that's this like deepness of colour red, that is great. I used a wax crayon because I wanted this sort of deepness, and also I wanted it to be quite hardy, like I can't scrape that off. If it was normal wax, I think I could have, but this is more of a robust wax, is wax crayon. That's why a lot of people use it for colouring candles. So, because it has quite a lot of pigment to it. So I'm going to put that back in my craft box. And yeah, so this is my Grizzly Gruesome Halloween skull. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so next up we have another rather sort of simple DIY, but hopefully you will like it. Now, you don't have to decorate the same way I am, I just am. So this is my decoration for my bowl. Just bring the bowl into view. And then I have some little black skulls. I think I got these from Morrison's. And I think the bowl came from Asda. Because I looked everywhere for a plain black bowl and nowhere seemed to have any. But Asda came through. So, first thing I'm going to do is just make sure that and this is going to prove rather difficult, I'm going to make sure that my beads go all the way around my bowl. The best way to do it would probably be like this. Success! They go all the way around. Take off the sticker. But in case you wanted to know, it was £1. Pretty inexpensive. There we go. So, first thing I'm going to do, if you can see, there we go, zoom out a little. There we go. First thing, this is going to be one of those ones where it doesn't want to go my way, isn't it? This is why I put it last. So, I'm going to get my trusty glue gun. I'm going to put a dot of glue, like so. And then I'm going to place the first bead. So, there we go, that's the first bead. Hold that in place. Now, I'm not going to glue for every bead because, oh my god. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think every 6 beads, I'm going to do a dot of glue, so I need to do a dot of glue right here, where my finger is. Like so. And then, whoop, I'm going to grab my bead, hold it in place while the glue dries. And then the end result will be that I will have pretty blue beads all the way, blue silver beads all the way around the bowl. So I'm going to do this and then come back to you. Okay, so I have glued my beads around the top of my bowl. So I'm just going to put that to one side. And now I'm going to work on the skulls because I'm going to be using these like what I used in the Lacy Pumpkin DIY, and I'm going to glue them into the eye sockets. Like so. There we go. And then the second one. I may need a thicker glob of glue. Yeah, I think I need a thicker glob of glue just because it's not. I think this eye socket may be a smidgen, whoa, deeper than the other. It's okay, we will persevere. Aha, there we go. Just hold it still for a second. And there we go. I think it adds a little creepiness to it. So I'm going to do the other 3 skulls and then I will show you them all lined up. So these are the finished results. I think they're pretty good. So now it's just a case of gluing them to the bowl. I'm just going to adjust my... There we go. Getting bits and bobs all over the place, so I'm just going to move these out of the way and put my bowl back there. So what I'm wanting is essentially 4 skulls. Whoa. So, oh, dear me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pin. I'm just going to measure. I don't need an exact measurement, I just want to mark. Sort of equidistant from each other. So. And then that will be equidistant side. There we go. That's just so I know where to stick them, because I want them to fit for like each corner. I think that's about, oh flipping it, that one's too high up. Needs to go there, but it's okay, I can figure it out from the marks that I've made where they need to go. So we're going to take a skull and put a generous helping of glue on his head. And then just hold him in place. So I'm going to just hold it in place and come off camera while it dries, because otherwise we'll be bored. Okay, so that one's dried now. I'm going to get another glue stick, pop it into my glue gun, and then again pump copious amounts of glue on top. It is really hard though because I'm in between glue sticks. There we go. I think one more pump. Actually, There we go. And then stick it down using the other one as a marker. There we go. And again, I will wait. In fact, what I'll do is, now that you've seen the general gist, I'm going to stick the other two and then come back. Okay, so now all 4 skulls are stuck. Get that out of the way. And now that they're all stuck, I'm going to flip it over, whoop, without bashing it too badly. And voila, we have our bowl with a stand. I will take some pictures for Instagram, but that is pretty much the DIY done. I mean, you could add a bit more to the sides or decorate the skulls a little differently. I personally kind of like the creepy eyes. But yeah, that's all the Halloween tutorials I have for you. I hope you liked them. I know some of them were quite simple, but sometimes the simplest things make the nicest products. So, as I said, I will take some pictures of all these, put them up on my Instagram. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my social media, which will all be in the description box below. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.